Basil entered our rooms as a gypsy, but emerged as a detective in Dear Stalker Tape and Inverness Tape. The ISMM members had just elected a new president, Maestro Vincenzo Staretti, a musical conductor of note. Seeing us enter, he said, "We honored by the presence of a past president. ISMM members, I give you the Sherlock Holmes of the mouse world." Everyone sat secret, awaiting Basil's word. "Fellow Simon Seekers, I am about to attempt the impossible, the discovery of the lost colony. I believe that today's termites dwell in some hidden valley, and that the adorable snow mouse will lead us to them. In 1852, a man, the chief computer, estimated Mount Everest's height. Last year, I surveyed our own Teller by the same method, observing the summit from 6 different places, miles away. I measured the angles and the theodolites, which are the light telescopes, and averaged my figures. Roughly, Teller stands 9,000 feet to Everest 29,000. As Everest is 2 humans, so Teller is 2 mice. The eternal challenge. What brave mountaineers will join my expedition? Every mouse present raised his paw. After interviewing the best climbers, Basil signaled for silence. "Tomorrow I'll post the names of those chosen." I wired ahead for supplies and equipments, which are already stored in the innkeeper's barn. I need a date to supervise the packing. We depart at dawn on the day following. My thanks to all of you. After the applause, Dorothy announced a surprise. I have conducted many operas starring the famous mouse soprano Rhoda. Here on a holiday, she has kindly consented to sing for us. Introducing Rhoda. She was a little beauty. Her fur was flecked with gold, as were her eyes. Her throat was golden too. At the piano the maestro accompanied her admirably, never ever overshadowing the creamy, exquisite voice. She gave us Brahms and Schubert, and then began the bell song from the opera Lakme. As though in a trance, Basil ascended the platform and joined in with his flute, playing flawlessly. In the beautiful passage where voice and flute harmonized, he blended his trills so perfectly with hers that I could not tell one from another. As one mouse, we rose shouting "Bravo! Bravo! Bravissimo!" She censored with the laughing song from Die Fledermaus and the well-tempered yodeler by Scherbo. But no sooner did the last pearly echo die away than there were cries of "Fire! Fire!" But no sooner did the last calm prevail. Visitors and villagers passed pails from paw to paw until the flames were extinguished. 10 minutes later, the innkeepers came seeking Basil. He was greatly agitated. "Good sir, I bring bad news. While we were all fighting the fire, thieves entered my barn. Your equipment has been stolen." Basil sprang to his feet. Fool that I was! I should have had the barn guarded. It takes no genius to know who masterminded this theft. Professor Rattigan. Outside the barn he scanned the ground. Alas, a certain set of tracks is all too familiar. I did not answer. My nose was directing me elsewhere, towards an enchanting aroma. My legs held me on, and soon I saw that I had been sniffing a huge cheese as high as my knees. Blissfully I bent over the great golden mound, my mouth watering in anticipation. Stop! It's a trap! Basil came running up. Slowly and cautiously he poked at the cheese with a long stick. I heard the click of steel jaws, and the stick snapped in two. Concealed beneath the cheese was a deadly mechanism so dreaded by mice. We shuddered to our tail tips. One false move, and Basil said grimly, the professor knew we'd come. To think that a mouse would use a mousetrap against his own kind. How low can one sink? But in our rooms, I remarked, he has supplies and a head start. Will there be much delay? Heaven knows, our huge order emptied the local shop. New supplies may not arrive for several days. When they do, I must see to the sorting and packing. Now I shall have to stay up all night deciding upon a basic plan of operation for the entire expedition. And he did just that. As his tired eyes testified the next day, he posted the list of picked expeditioners, and we went gloomily into breakfast. I noticed the mayor and a group approaching our table. The mayor's words turned our sadness to gladness. The good mice of Kassadov had gone from house to house, collecting every single item we needed. More than enough for an expedition, said the mayor. After all, climbing is our national sport, and many of our villagers beg to carry the loads. Your star climbers must save their strength for the heights, where every step is a mighty effort. Basil rose. Dear mice of Kassadov, you are all linked together in kindness, and I hereby name you the kind-hearted league. I'll bring the tail mice back, and make your little town world famous. The supplies were piled in the public square. Tents, boots, sleeping bags, rope, ladders, stoves, clothes, medicines, and food, fresh and in tins, from cheese to chocolate bars. There was even a metal sectional ladder Basil had designed some years back. He said he would depart at dawn and told the expeditioners to relax at the inn. Basil and I stayed to supervise the bearers as they packed the loads. The ravishing Rhoda appeared. She said she had killed many pigs and that a mantella fascinated her. Basil, may I join your expedition? I won't be any trouble. He patted her paw. My dear, I regret to refuse one so fair, but our expedition is quite full at the moment. Perhaps another time. The singer stopped off in tears.